This is Brandon with Fleet Feet, and today we've got one of the most anticipated shoes of 2024, the Brooks Glycerin Max. Now, the Brooks Glycerin is back in a whole new way. We saw the update earlier in the year of the Brooks Glycerin, but now we've got an entirely new model from Brooks, the Brooks Glycerin Max, and I gotta say, this one is completely and totally revamped from the ground up, and I am so excited to talk to you all about it. This is a Max Cushion daily trainer from Brooks. We actually did a deep dive at the HQ in Seattle, Washington of this shoe with one of the product line managers, Brittany Gleaton, and she talked us through everything about this shoe and what you need to know, but you're gonna actually hear my thoughts and the full review team's thoughts on this shoe, and buckle up because it's really exciting. The first thing that we have to mention is the look, the style, and the innovation that has been coming from Brooks lately. This is not what we typically see of other Brooks shoes. This one definitely stands out, especially visually. This shoe is extremely soft, it's well cushioned, it has a high stack, and it just has all of the components of what someone would want from a modern daily trainer. Oh, and this is actually Max's favorite daily trainer so far of 2024. And I mean, I guess that just makes sense because the name Max in the Glycerin Max is already there. I mean, take it as you will, but this shoe may have actually just been made for him. And make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps with continuing to support us as we put out new videos. But let's just break it down like we typically do and start with the upper. The upper is a mesh upper, and it is actually really soft and really comfortable. Most Brooks uppers are made to be very thick, they're very plush, they're very comfortable, and this one is no exception. The heel collar and the tongue are also pretty plush and padded, so all around just a really comfortable fit. And Brooks really brought the innovation and design to this shoe. You can just tell that from the look and the aesthetic of this shoe, it's really nice. The subtle hints with the green, and then the female version here with the pink. It's got that cool factor that Brooks has sort of been searching for maybe for the last couple of years, and I think they've really nailed it here. And one of our reviewers, Max, actually really speaks to this, and he compliments and says that he really likes the bigger logo here and how it stands out. It was one of those factors that he thought just brought Brooks to the next level, and really from a design aesthetic, he really enjoyed. And while our team did enjoy the fit of this shoe, you can go check it out for yourself. You can go step into your local Fleet Feet store. You can go get your foot scanned and go through the Fit ID process and outfitting experience and go find out exactly whether this shoe or another shoe is gonna be fit best for you. Now let's move on to the midsole, and this is where things get really interesting. Brooks is using a new midsole that they're calling DNA tuned. This is a nitrogen infused midsole, but it is new from Brooks, and I gotta say, it's really impressive. Like we mentioned earlier, it is very soft, it is plush, and it's just got a really nice smooth rocker system to it, which is one of the areas that I think our team really enjoyed. This rocker system is what Brooks calls their GlideRoll system. So as you can tell, the geometry of the midsole here is actually really aggressive, especially in the forefoot. It's quite flat here from the heel to the midsole, but then it has this really nice aggressive rocker toe off. The midsole of this shoe kind of cradles in and is shaped like a boat. So you can see that there's really high sidewalls on each side of the midsole. This is just going to add a cradling system, which is going to add more stability to the shoe. Max actually found that the DNA tuned midsole was very soft and squishy, and he actually found that it was especially soft in the heel. He found that the shoe has a nice balance between a soft ride and a responsive ride, and for him it just really worked. And out of all of the Brooks shoes that he's tested, this one, he said, really checked all of the boxes and was one of his favorites. This shoe comes in at a 6mm drop with a total stack of 45.25 in the heel and 39.25 in the toe. And so total stack is the insole, the midsole, the outsole, everything put together measured from Brooks. Not just the midsole stack, this is the total stack that we're talking about here. Now, this higher stack actually allows for the shoe to be more protected and absorb impact. Now let's move on to the outsole very quickly. The outsole is made up of a standard rubber outsole. We didn't really have any issues with traction. We enjoyed the nice wide base here, and we just really had no issues. But for Max, again, he's been raving and raving and raving about this shoe. He actually found that the outsole was a standout for him. He found that the outsole here gear was much improved from other Brooks models, and he found that it was much tackier, a lot grippier, and he just enjoyed how this felt out on the roads. And I can agree with Max on this. It is much tackier, it is a grippier outsole, and overall, I really enjoyed this one. Now, let's move on to the ride and performance, and Caroline and Max both share their thoughts, and there's a lot to say about it. And for Caroline, she found that this is a shoe that's great for runners who want as much cushion as possible. She said that if you're looking to feel the ground beneath your feet, it's just not gonna work for you. This one's gonna be one that you're gonna wanna feel like you're just up in the clouds a little bit more. And she found that if you're someone who likes a more soft and squishy shoe, then this one is for you. Now, Max already has 30 miles in this shoe, and probably by the time we've recorded this, probably upwards of 50, but he actually said that this is his go-to recovery day and daily trainer for the rest of 2024. He found that the shoe is much softer and bouncier than other Brooks shoes, and that's probably due to the DNA tuned. And he said while he did like DNA Loft V3, DNA tuned was just much softer and way squishier. Between Max and Caroline, I agree all around. I definitely think that this is the most exciting shoe from Brooks ever, maybe. But while this is a major upgrade from Brooks, I'm not entirely sure that this is a shoe that I would want to take out on any faster days. This is a tried and true slow recovery day shoe. It's a max cushion option. It's going to be very protective, but it is a slower shoe. This isn't a shoe that I'd want to pick up the pace in or dial in for faster runs. The weight of this shoe comes in at 9.5 ounces for the women's model, or 269 grams. And the men's model comes in at 10.5 ounces, or 297 grams. Now, that's pretty comparable in weight. It's a little bit on the heavy side, but with this much stack, that is reasonable, and I do understand that. But if Brooks could just find a way to make this shoe even lighter, man, I'm sure it would really take the cake. The price of this shoe comes in at $200, and with shoes like the Asics GlideRoll Max at $170, the Hoka Skyward X at $225, and the New Balance More V5 at $155. All of these shoes are max cushion daily trainer options that you can pick from that will rival the Brooks Glycerin Max. So it's gonna be really important that you decide which one is gonna be best for you and figure out exactly which cushioning level you like, what stack you like, and the best thing that you can do is actually try them on for yourself and find out what makes most sense for you. And if you wanna learn even more about this shoe, you can go onto the blog at fleetfeet.com. You can check out our full review there, and you can actually buy this shoe for yourself. Or like I said earlier, you can walk into your local Fleet Feet store and grab this shoe right off the wall. But for now, what review do you want to see next? Leave it in the comments below, and make sure to stay tuned for when all of our new videos come out.